Let's take a look at the touchdown. Dan Simrell with the call. Mark Bolger, he knows, he sees David Saunders, one of the graduate assistants, pointing to him. See the reaction. A good call by Danny Simrell. Used to be the head coach at Toledo, an outstanding offensive coach.
McNabb under pressure, breaks the tackle of Thornton and just throws it away. Thornton weighs 300 pounds, and we've talked about the strength of McNabb. And John had a hold of him. You see he's upset with himself because he thought he should have had a sack, but McNabb just was too strong and got away.
John Thornton, again, we talked about the strength of Donovan McNabb, the 350-pound bench presser, and he did the wise thing, and he got spun around. He threw the ball away.
2:44 left in our game. Got him open at the 25. Inside the 20-yard line is Darrell Daniel, the senior out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Ron, that was too easy there. I mean, there's no pressure, nobody in that zone for Darrell Daniels. He just sits down. You talk about no pressure, first of all. Now look at this throwing lane right there to Darrell Daniel. Too easy.
First down, Syracuse at the 19. 16 of 27, 281 yards for McNabb. As this running play is going to go for short yardage as Forbes defensively puts the stop on Conrad.
That play was called to keep West Virginia honest and to maybe slip the fullback through. Rob Conrad, everybody figures you're going to throw with 2:06 to go on the clock and you try to sneak the fullback through, but he just tripped. Steve Dunlap calling those defenses. Kevin Rogers on the other side making the offensive calls for Paul Pasqualoni.
On second down, McNabb drills it. Did he catch it in bounds? They say no, he was out of bounds. Daniel caught the ball, but he didn't get a foot in. And in fact, both officials running toward each other saw the same thing and confirmed incomplete. And they're exactly right.
Toe may have been out.
Yeah, foot came down on the line right there. So it's third down.
Size 8, he'd have been in.
4 of 13 on third down conversions. They have missed the last 3, but they're 4-down territory here.
Remember Daniel on the curl. They hit him just a couple plays ago.
Ford, gotta be sacked. McNabb caught by Landoff.
Now Syracuse needs to take a timeout here before this fourth down play call.
Boy, the difficult thing here, and you talk about the things that you can't do. Easy to say you can't, but to take a sack right there, and McNabb just simply couldn't do anything about it.
He had no choice, Ron. They were on him so fast, Kevin Landolt.
So we'll take a break. 1:27 left in our game. It is decision time. West Virginia up by a touchdown. Well, this house is really going crazy right now. It is fourth down. Syracuse needs to take it to the 9-yard line, or for all intent and purposes, their night is over. Amos Arroway paces on the West Virginia sideline as his club is leading by 7. McNabb looks at a blitz, goes for the end zone. He had him open and he missed him. Kevin Johnson is who they wanted. Gary Tompkins with the cover, and rare indeed, he had a couple of steps, and Donovan missed it.
Just threw it a little bit too far. There's the release. Getting held a little bit by Boo Sensabaugh. Doubled by Gary Tompkins. And I would imagine in Blacksburg, Virginia tonight, Miami, Florida, that there's some excited football players because it puts them in a position now.
Zaraway fights maybe for a yard.
Syracuse still has 2 timeouts.
.112 showing on the clock. And a timeout called by Syracuse. They still have 1 left. We'll look at Charles Fisher there and some of those other defensive players. Sensabaugh as well. And Tompkins. This defense has been much maligned the last couple of weeks, but they are kind of pounding their chest right now, and in 1 minute and 12 seconds they can do it even louder.
Well, I think Don Nalen got their attention in a meeting and talked about how he felt they needed to respond in this ball game, and they've given Don Nalen a great effort tonight, and a nice job by Don Nalen and his staff getting this ball club back.
Zaraway cuts it back into the middle. Has 5 and very close to 10 yards. They call a timeout to stop the clock, and they got him down at the 30. So it's going to be third, about a yard and a half.
Ron, just to echo on Don Nalen, I can't believe you talk about sometimes getting a little spoiled. He has done a great job here, and took a little flack in the papers around here this week, which I can't understand and can't believe. Winningest coach here, has taken him to many bowl games, championships, and this ball club, and he talked about this, he said the expectations, this ball club was high, but it was expectations somebody else put on them. But they knew they had trouble on defense.
And on top of all that, he's a very classy guy. Tonight's piece of players of the game from Syracuse. Kevin Johnson, career high, 11 catches, 196 yards. And from West Virginia, Amos Zaraway, 31 rushes, 189 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And as part of their continuing effort to further the development of amateur athletics, Visa proud to donate $1,000 on behalf of these athletes to their school's General Scholarship Fund.
Well, Syracuse needs a stop here. They can't stop the clock anymore, but they can force West Virginia to punt the football.
Third down, West Virginia needs it just across the 32. Bulger gonna run it, and he'll have the first down. Out of bounds just beyond the 35-yard line.
Ron, when that play was called by Dan Simrall, he told him, you do not throw that football. Now, he may have pumped it like he was going to throw that football, but that was a run all the way.
Yep. We mentioned back in the first quarter that Bulger, with a couple of sisters, the youngest of whom is in the 8th grade. But what we were told is they're both outstanding athletes and could wind up being college basketball players. So good athletes throughout the entire family.
And the father played at Notre Dame, as you said.
That's right.
And Mark Bulger's been impressive.
Now you see the numbers, 257 yards, 1 touchdown. He did throw the 1 interception. But the real poise under pressure as he goes down on one knee, and they'll only have to do that 1 more time.
It was interesting. When I got in here on Thursday, I had lunch with Gail Catlin, the basketball coach, fine basketball coach here, and he said he thought West Virginia would win this football game.
He goes down on one knee, and this one is history. West Virginia is going to come up with the upset of the Syracuse Orangemen tonight as we have 10 seconds and down to 9. Don Nalen and the Mountain Mountaineers of West Virginia, as the horn sounds, get the win over Syracuse tonight with their final score 35.